Yo, what's up, GQ? It's Moses the Jeweler, and I'm back to break down some crazy celebrity watches. We have Bad Bunny wearing a white gold Audemars Piguet 39mm. This is with the chronograph and olfactory gem set diamonds. I know Drake has one of these in his collection too, so I'm sporting this one time. Very rare, very different. As you see in the subdials also, you have 3 different colors of pearl. The way the light hits it, if you see this watch in person, which I've seen it, it's gorgeous. Retail, I would have to assume probably around like 140, 150,000. I do know it's a discontinued piece. The secondary market, you're paying well over 200. To flood out this whole thing and make it look like this. They used to do it a lot for the ladies. Now it became really popular with the men. Men want to bling, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with the hip hop jewelry. Back in the 90s, most people were wearing the plain gold. And now everyone, diamonds, 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 they want to be flooded out. Over here we have Travis Scott wearing something crazy. This is a 5719. This is done in white gold. As I said before, Patek Philippe, they're setting diamonds. They're using the best quality, the highest quality. And for a rapper of this caliber, he wants a factory. So over here, he's rocking that on stage. It's a superstar piece. This one will run you around $750,000. It's a crazy bezel, and I love the contrast between the round cut diamonds and the baguette cuts in the center. It's like, again, such different shine, different pop from every area. It's like, they did an incredible job with this one. It's a light show. It's a light show. I've seen this one in person. I was gonna pull out my credit card and keep it for myself, but it's gonna run me too much. But the way that this thing shines, you're gonna need sunglasses. It's crazy. Right here we got Maluma rocking a Audemars Piguet Royal Oak skeleton. One of my dream pieces. This is a reference 15412 BC. So over here you have like 3 of the best things in the world. We got here the open work, which of course AP is famously known for. And we got the rainbow bezel, which AP chooses the finest quality gems for their rainbow bezel. And then we got the Florentine finish, as they like to say, the frosted finish on the band. And the amount of work and time that goes into creating a piece like this, incredible. And AP does it best. And this is why a piece like this is gonna cost you over $500,000 for your collection. Since retirement, Tom Brady's been going crazy. This Patek Philippe, it goes for a retail price of $108,000. And on the secondary market, they're looking at closer to $250,000 range right now. This is an incredible piece, an incredibly rare piece, and a piece that has a big demand. At the top of its market, I was seeing them even close to $400,000. This is a Daytona reference 6241 in solid yellow gold. It's something very rare over here, as you actually see this Daytona in a Jubilee band, which you don't see. I wish Rolex were to bring it back. This is an extremely iconic piece, classic piece. This definitely costed him a pretty penny. If I'd have to assume, I'd say something like this is like $500,000 on the market. Daytonas became popular once Paul Newman sported it back in like the late 60s, early 70s. This Daytona is the iconic look. This is the one that made all these Daytonas hot and going for a crazy special premium. It's recognizable right away because of its dial. You have 3 subdials in the center. And whenever you see the Rolex silhouette with that dial, automatic Daytona. Right here we got Tom Brady wearing probably the most controversial piece of the year. This is the Rolex Day Date 36mm with the puzzle dial. So it's funny, with the day and date, you have a function. I'll take off my watch to show the people. With the day date, you have the function in order to read the day and the date on its dial. And on this piece, Rolex, first of all, they switched out the day and the date for emojis as the date function. And for the day, they had different sayings like love and so on. A lot of people said that Rolex went off of their classic look when they created this, and some people were against it. Me personally, I love it. It kind of shows no limits in this world. It kind of shows that you gotta push the boundary, you know? It was for a good cause, it was for children with autism. So they went really colorful with this. I'm a big fan of this one. Super limited. It was an off-catalog piece. I do believe the retail was around $58,000 for this. They were fetching a high retail for it. Resale's gonna be crazy. So over here, you got the date window and the day window, which makes it a day date, of course. Over here we got Ed Sheeran wearing a crazy AP Royal Oak Concept Spider-Man. This is an AP Concept silhouette, which has a different silhouette than your average AP, which has that octagonal shape. This one has a little more curvature, and this one is actually done in titanium with a black ceramic bezel and a black ceramic crown. Marvel actually collaborated with AP in order to create 2 different versions. They created a Black Panther, and over here you have the Spider-Man, which is, we call this big boy toys. It's not your Spider-Man that came in a Happy Meal, as we say. This is one that costs at around $215,000 price range, that all the money did go for a charity. Something like this, especially when it's numbered and for crazy high demand. Minimal, 2 times over the retail value, which was 215. So something like this could set you back at least $500,000. And in a really up market, some people even pay up to $1 million for a piece like this. So over here we have John Mayer and Ed Sheeran wearing the same watches on stage together, which makes them around the 1% of the collectors in the world. When you have 250 pieces, 2 of them are right next to each other, which is pretty awesome to see. And of course, big shout out to John Mayer, crazy collector. Ed Sheeran had to show him that he can go head to head with him. We have John Mayer wearing a Royal Oak in yellow gold. This one's actually a 37 millimeter, so reference 15550 BA. I'm a little jealous looking at this one. This is a piece that I actually wanted to add to my own collection. I'm still looking for it. The special thing about this watch is the dial. It's insanity. So every turquoise dial is actually cut from a specific turquoise stone, so no dial is gonna be the same. You have different veins and different marble in every single one, which makes every single piece extremely unique. This is why AP makes such a limited amount, because they're very hard to make. Something like this right now in the secondary market, people will probably pay upward of like 170, 180,000 US dollars. When you're buying a watch like this, you're also buying into the company of AP itself, and you're buying their best stock, basically. So when you have a watch like this and you believe in AP, then something like this will only go up in value. I see it doubling to even tripling in value in the next 5 to 10 years. Here we have Steve Harvey rocking a rose gold RM 6501. I love that rose gold in an RM. It's sleek, it's clean. Every time you look deep into it, you find something else, and something else, and something else, and it's like, this is what makes Richard Mille, Richard Mille. We got Messi rocking here, a Patek Philippe Calatrava. When you hear Calatrava, you think very classic, old man. But we see him rocking it on a nice sporty band, which kind of gives it that modern look. You have the baby blue hand with the baby blue stitching. Classic, clean piece, and something that is not gonna break your bank if you wanna go into Patek. The retail on this piece was around 35,000, and on the secondary market, you're gonna probably pay around 45 to 48,000. So you're not paying a crazy premium to own a nice Patek Philippe that you even see stars like Lionel Messi rocking. Light piece. Messi said, let me throw on my white t-shirt and my $50,000 Patek. Right over here, we got Jacob Elordi wearing a very clean black suit. Looks like he's at a red carpet event. He went with a Cartier Tank Normal in 18 karat yellow gold. He went with a very classic piece. Smaller face, but sometimes big doesn't mean special. Sometimes small means special also. Something like this, it shouldn't break the bank. Between 8 and 15,000 range, depending on condition and year and stuff like that. It's something not so hard to get, but also you're not gonna see every watch collector have this in their collection. If you don't wanna be so showy, you're gonna rock something like this. Something that has a statement, of course, because the gold, but not big, not loud, and then the black leather, of course, kind of makes it more subdued. AP Royal Oak 41 millimeter. This one he's rocking with the chronograph. So you have 2 different options. You have the chrono and the non-chrono. Chrono's gonna cost you a little bit extra dollars because of the functionality. Again, classic piece. Clean, sleek, rich, dress it up, dress it down, talks for itself. This is basically the same watch that we do see Simu Liu rocking, but this one is in a 39 millimeter case size. Same silhouette, but of course a different look in the center of the dial. This one's a little more busy, as we say. Over here we got Chris Paul rocking a yellow gold Vacheron 222. I love those numbers. It's good luck. He's sporting a Renix nice Van Cleef, which I also like. Me as a jeweler, that's where my eye goes to. Again, very classic look. Vacheron is also one of the best at what they do. Different style, different look. Chris Paul said everyone's rocking the Rollies and the APs. Let me throw on a nice yellow gold Vacheron. Stand out a little, be a little different. It's a different band. You know, every watch is famous for the band that they do. Just like when we have AP and you see this band, you automatically know AP. When you see something like this, and you see this band, you automatically think Presidential Day Day. So over here, Vacheron did their own style, their own take on it. If it catches as good as this, the price will definitely go up. We got Brad Pitt rocking the same Vacheron over here. I think he saw Chris Paul rocking it. He said, you know what, I want one also. That's the influence that these celebrities have. You know, you see one rocket, they could change the market for any watch at any time. Over here, we got Ice Spice rocking a RM05, some diamonds on it. I like the combo she has over here. You got the white strap with the solid rose gold, and then you got those white diamonds hidden. It looks to me like it is a custom job on the RM. Looks like the diamonds were added after. This isn't factory diamond set, but still a gorgeous job. The diamonds are shining. This is almost like the starter RM, they call it. This one is not the one that's gonna break the bank and cost you many hundred thousands. This one you're probably gonna be paying around 100,000 to 150,000. This is the RM05. It's like the starter piece to get in, which will run you close to 6 figures. If you're looking to buy a watch that's covered in diamonds, I would buy a factory if you're looking to hold its value. This is something that the company stands behind. You can always go and get your watch serviced by Rolex AP if they did set the diamonds. This is something that's very rare, very hard to come across, and everyone knows the rules of supply and demand. The demand gets bigger, the supply becomes smaller, price goes up. Thank you guys. Thank you GQ for having me. I'll see you guys next time.